In the previous podcast, we discussed transplanting and how trees establish after being moved into a new environment. Today, we're going to focus on one of the most challenging aspects of arboriculture in urban settings: root management. Because while roots are essential for tree health and stability, they are also the source of many conflicts in cities. Most of what we see of a tree is above ground, but most of what determines its survival is happening below ground. Roots anchor the tree, absorb water and nutrients, and store energy. At the same time, roots grow in search of space, water, and oxygen. And in urban environments, that often puts them in conflict with infrastructure. Let's start with a key concept: root distribution. Tree roots are not deep, taproot systems, like many people assume. Most roots are located in the top 12 to 18 inches of soil. They spread outward, often extending well beyond the canopy. This wide, shallow root system makes trees very effective at absorbing surface water. But it also increases the likelihood of conflicts with sidewalks, curbs, and underground utilities. Now let's talk about common root conflicts. One of the most familiar issues is sidewalk lifting. As roots grow and increase in diameter, they can push up pavement. This creates uneven surfaces and potential safety hazards. Another issue is root intrusion into utilities. Roots may enter pipes or other underground systems, especially if there are existing cracks or leaks. Roots are not actively seeking out pipes. They are following moisture, but the result can still be significant damage. Root conflicts also occur in limited soil volumes. When trees are planted in small planting pits or narrow strips, roots have limited space to expand. This can lead to poor tree growth and increased infrastructure pressure. So how do arborists manage these conflicts? Let's start with prevention. The best way to manage root conflicts is to prevent them through proper planning. This includes selecting appropriate species for the site. Some species have more aggressive root systems than others. Planting large trees in small spaces often leads to long-term problems. Providing adequate soil volume is critical. Larger soil volumes allow roots to grow without causing damage. This improves both tree health and infrastructure performance. Now let's look at root pruning. In some cases, roots may be cut to address conflicts. However, root pruning must be done carefully. Removing large roots can reduce stability and increase the risk of tree failure. It can also reduce the tree's ability to absorb water and nutrients. Root pruning should be done selectively and with an understanding of the tree's structure. Another approach is the use of root barriers. Root barriers are physical barriers installed in the soil to redirect root growth. They are often used near sidewalks or foundations. Barriers guide roots downward or away from infrastructure. However, they must be installed properly to be effective. Now let's talk about advanced solutions. In some urban environments, engineered systems are used to support both trees and infrastructure. Structural soils and suspended pavement systems provide space for root growth while supporting surface loads. These systems help reduce conflicts and improve tree performance. It's also important to consider long-term management. Once a conflict develops, solutions may include repairing infrastructure, modifying the site, or in some cases, removing the tree. Each situation requires careful evaluation. Now let's connect this to urban forestry. Root management is a balance. It involves protecting tree health while maintaining safe and functional infrastructure. Decisions must consider both biological and engineering factors. For the ISA Urban Forest Professional exam, focus on root behavior and management. You should understand the shallow and spreading nature of root systems, common root-related conflicts, the risks associated with root pruning, the use of root barriers, and the importance of adequate soil volume. Questions may involve selecting appropriate solutions to root-related problems. Roots are the hidden foundation of the urban forest. They support tree health, stability, and growth. But in cities, they also create challenges. Understanding how roots grow and how to manage them is essential for successful arboriculture. In the next podcast, we'll continue with tree care practices by exploring tree protection and maintenance around utilities, and how arborists manage trees near power lines and other critical infrastructure. You've been listening to the Arborist-podcast. Our goal is to grow our collective knowledge, one domain at a time. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, share, and subscribe to help us keep this momentum. Until next time, let's keep growing this community together.